Hey, I'm Nick.
Hey, I'm Vinny.
You listen to the Power Dump Podcast.
Let's talk some shit.
We're going to get right into the weirdness. I'm all fucked up on Girl Scout cookies and Red Bull.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love some Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one?
They fucking stopped making them.
Which one?
Think-A-Lots.
I've never heard of them.
So it's got a chocolate bottom and, what the fuck is it? It's like a gingerbread top. And it's a like Think-A-Lots or Thank You.
Did they have the three stripes across them too?
They still got those. Those are caramel delights.
Okay.
Caramel delights. And of course, all of them are better in the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't fuck with any of the warm ones.
I'm a peanut butter patty or a Thin Mint guy.
Yeah, I just had some Thin Mints at work. Shouldn't be eating this shit, but I need to get rid of it out of the shop, so I stopped eating the fucking garbage. I've been trying to diet a little bit. My back has been so trashed with the move from the new shop that we just moved into.
You guys got a lot of heavy shit to carry around, man.
Yeah, my back was toast, dude. I was doing jujitsu on top of it and everything, and I had to tell the guys because I think I might have pulled a muscle in my back without, after several days of moving shit and doing jujitsu and stuff. And I had to tell my jujitsu guy I gotta see somebody about my back and stuff. And I've been to the chiropractor like 3 times since. I had to tell him I needed to give it a break for a minute because my back just wasn't getting any rest. I'm constantly hunched over, and then I go to these classes at night and get thrown around or jostled around and stuff, and people climbing all over me, sweaty.
Yeah, and then just hunched over tattooing all day.
Yeah, nuts in the face. Yeah, hunched over and trying to stay on top of it. I mean, there's been like a huge influenza breakout right now. Everybody's like getting fucking sick.
Yeah.
I had like almost 5 appointments like rescheduled or canceled this week because of like being sick or last minute having to go out of town or some bullshit.
Influenza type A, is that the one that's going around?
B's the big one right now that everybody's going around getting sick, and there's people out of state that are getting it and stuff that I've follow on social media and stuff that are just like, oh, I'm fucking sick. It sucks. The bipolar weather that the United States is having right now with weather and stuff of being 75 and then 40 the next day. It's just everybody's fucking sick right now.
Look at it that one day we had the end of last month, and it was 78 degrees one day, and the next day the low was 10.
Yeah, stupid.
It
stupid.
Yeah, it was just almost 70-degree difference that fast.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but yeah, a lot of people are feeling it right now. I've been fighting something. I've been heavy dosed on like the Advil stuff with like all the sinus shit, and then taking Claritin on top of it. So it's been like fucking with my sleep schedule. I woke up at like 4:30 the last few days in a row, just fucking waking up just awake. It's either my back is killing me or my since I wear that CPAP and everything, my face was like my left nostril was on fire. Like it was so dry, and just the pressure of that mask being on my face and shit. So I just stared at my phone for a couple hours, played some card games, and then crawled back into bed for a little bit. Been one of those days where I'm just kind of like loopy because my sleep schedule's just been trash lately.
I am on a new drug for weight loss, and
soccer mom meth.
Yeah. It's not the shot because I don't have diabetes, so my insurance won't pay for it. But it's a pill, and it's crazy. Like I'm tell you one thing, man. So I'm not hungry.
So it's a pill. So you just like you just eat it like normal, or do you like smash it and snort it?
Yeah, go get some diabetic needles and shoot it up.
Yeah,
don't do that, anybody, if you're watching or listening.
Or if you want to, let us videotape that shit because I want to, I want to see that.
Yeah, I started it today, and I thought, well, it'll make it to where I don't eat as much. Try it all. I made a cup of ramen, like just the beef ramen cup thing.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I'm not hungry.
Yeah, I had I had maybe 4 or 5 bites out of it, and I'm like, this can't happen.
I'm
right
sure it's
now.
messing with your appetite and everything. So that's probably
Yeah.
what it is. It's a meal suppressant. It's making you not want to eat shit. So it's
And you talk about laser focused, man. I got all my work done today, like so fast.
yeah, that's awesome.
Uh,
Be like, I gotta do laundry and all sorts of shit. I'm gonna get everything fucking done. Let's go.
yeah. I wanted to build an addition onto my house before lunch today.
Yeah,
Like,
would have had it done too. For these fucking kids.
goddamn economy.
Fucking because Trump ain't in office, I ain't getting shit done.
Oh man.
So- Been watching anything new lately? And sorry for the everybody for like us not like putting up content a little bit sooner. I mean, we've been having so much stuff going on in our personal lives. So like me with our shop business and stuff being moved, and we just had that Oakview show that we came out to that you and Natalie had done.
Yeah.
Mystic Owl Creations. If you guys haven't checked it out, you need to. She does some pretty dope ass lights, and I just offered my services to like help paint some of the shit. So check out her Etsy. She sold a shit ton of lights at this thing.
I could probably put her Etsy in the description.
Yeah.
The link.
Do it.
You think she'll pay us? She better pay us.
Yeah. Back rub or something. Shit. But yeah, I went to Oakview,
Have
and
an easier
man,
time
going to
getting money.
Oakview felt like going back to South Roads Mall and how bare that fucking mall
Dude,
is.
I
It's
liked
so
South
crazy.
Roads when I was a kid.
I miss how cool and crappy that mall was.
Yeah.
But
I miss that Euro place.
yeah, we need to go and see if that's still there. I know we talked about it a couple
Is
episodes
the
back.
building still standing? Like, I never get down that
No,
way.
South Road's still there. The mall is. I think they just there's some businesses and stuff in there. But yeah, man, Oakview was fucking pretty sad, man. And I worked there out of high school in a Dakota Watch Company. I'd sit in one of those fucking cubicle things, like fixing watches and shit. Fucking job sucked.
Something smelled like poop up in that bitch.
Yeah, the sewage lines in some of the areas of that building was pretty fucking rank.
My wife and my daughter went to, not Bed Bath and Beyond or something like that. Maybe it was. I don't know. It's a smell good place. And
that's gotta be that place.
But they bought these little disc air fresheners and put them all around the booth.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that helped for sure.
it was rough.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, I'm surprised. I was surprised that there were some of those stores in there still. Like, what was it, Champs, and what else was in there still that I was just like, holy shit, that's still in
That
there.
Portal Pizza place is really good.
Really?
Yeah.
We ate that shitty Chinese place in there that has a bunch of like Mexican folk in there like working and stuff.
Yeah.
And they just have mounds of like chopped up shit ready to go. And the whole time I was sitting there ordering that shit, I was just like, how long has that been sitting out on that fucking fryer? Like, I don't know about this place, but we ate it and it was still not good. But
Well, sir, you've seen this mall. We haven't had electricity since 1996.
yeah, 2 years after it was built.
No, yeah, I've never really spent a lot of time in that because I'm not from that part of town. Like that was West Omaha when I was a kid. That was the rich area, and I was
went out there a
not.
couple times just to work. Scored a job and stuff. I worked at Westroads too when I was in high school. Worked at Spencer Gifts before they started, selling like all the metal T-shirts, and when it got a little cooler. But when I worked there, it was nothing but lava lamps and edible underwear and shit.
Oh, I thought Spencer's was like a stoner store, right?
Yeah. A lot of black lights and lava lamps and shit. And I got let go from the place so I had a bunch of friends and stuff that had come through. I give them a sack, be like, hey, I want this, but you can grab something and just kind of look the other way and shit. Yeah, not the smartest move in my end, but there was somebody else there that I was covering for that was doing that shit on a fucking regular. I mean, they were like cleaning that store out. I'm sure they're starting to investigate, going like, we should have a lot more inventory here. What the fuck is going on? But I was mainly covering for the other guy. There was one part, it was some credit card fraud. I wasn't a part of it. But I saw there was a few people that would come through and they just forget their fucking credit card. And this is before doing any of the swipes and all the Square and all the bullshit that's out today. This is back where you had to do the carbon, swipe and everything and have them sign the piece of paper. We had to like save the slip. That's like, had to have been like 96, 97 when I worked there. It was a long time ago. But him and his buddies like took off with this fucking credit card at a shopping spree. And I was like, you guys are fucking stupid. So
back when they used to call the credit card company and get it approved.
yeah, and like
over a certain amount.
and they were smart enough to know that most of the CD stores and Finish Lines and stuff that were around then they didn't have fucking cameras in the place. They made you think that they did, but they didn't. And I got called in the office, and like this person over the phone worked for corporate office, and they're basically trying to get me to confess of all the shit I was doing. I was just like, I took a couple of shirts and a poster. Like, what do you want? So I got like basically let go and shit. I went home and freaked out and started hiding all the shit that I got from the place. Like they're gonna come to the house and search it and shit. I had to give up my last paycheck and yeah, could never get a job there again. But I was just like, I'm never gonna get a fucking job here again. Like, what the fuck you thinking? Like,
Are
this
they even
place sucks.
still open?
I think the one in Westroads is there. I don't think the one in Oakview is not there anymore. There ain't shit in Oakview.
They couldn't afford to because you stole all their shit.
Right. No, I think that fucking place is doing pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Any retail place, I think, right now, chain wise, that's open must be doing pretty good because so many have closed.
Well, yeah, I mean, something that's been around since the like early 90s, because that place was there way before I even got a job there.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the reason why I even got the job at that place, I walked in, and this this chick, I think her name was Amanda or something. She was a sweetheart. I mean, the chicks I worked for at that place, they were great people and stuff. I was covering for some other idiot that I worked with that I shouldn't have. Mm-hmm. I got canned for just watching this person just being an asshole. Of course, you know, rich, well-off kid, you know, that just never got in fucking trouble for shit. I walked into the place and there was a sign out there that said apply within. So I walked in, it was a smart ass. I'm like, I'm within to apply. And I guess that made her day to like hire me. That's the only reason why I even got that fucking job. And I think I made like $7 an hour, if that. Probably wasn't even that. It was probably less than that. That was when our minimum wage back in the early 90s. I had to look that shit up, but it wasn't shit. It was like $4.25 an hour, I think. And now people like chuckle about like, oh, that ain't shit. It's like, yeah, no shit. It's not shit. Like, I don't see how people can raise a family of 3 on $20 an hour.
Were you like, screw this, I'm going to wait tables at Hooters?
No, I didn't have the butt for those shorts.
I kept trying them on.
I didn't do enough squats.
I've eaten at Hooters one time in my entire life.
Yeah.
And
most of the chicks don't have the bodies to work there. Some of them don't. Just kind of like, this place is Hooters. You ain't got no boobs. You ain't got nothing to work with, girl. How'd you get this job?
There's not a single owl in this damn place.
Right. There's a pair of Hooters you got there.
Yeah, I think there's one in town here.
No, Castle Bluffs. That's the only one that's left.
There used to be one out off like 120th at
yeah,
the center.
And from what I hear through the grapevine, don't quote me on this, but what I heard from the place, the guy that used to run that, I think it was kind of trying to pimp out some of his employees to his wealthy buddies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Allegedly. I don't know if that's true. That's just what I hear. So
he was had an alleged prostitution ring going.
Pretty much. I think it was like pimping out his Hooter hose. The Hooter hose.
Some hoders.
Yeah, hoders. All right.
Not that everybody that works at Hooters is like that, you know, but
be awesome if they were. Like, I'll take 12 rings and a handy.
I was talking to my wife about putting some of your stickers out on her booth, and she's like, if he makes a different sticker, I will. But until then, absolutely not. And that's what I was talking to you on the
buttholes, phone. Yeah. I'm gonna think of something else clever, and I actually need to like make like a regular sticker that isn't weirdly offensive, because I still have a ton of those stickers left, because for some weird reason they like I can't keep a hold of those things when I go out of town. But for some reason I was in town and like giving out stickers. Like people were afraid of these fucking things. Like nobody wanted to take them. And
really?
I fucked up the size of these ones, so they weren't like 3.5 inches or bigger. They were small miniaturized dickers and like buttholes, and I don't know what it was. I was even like joking, trying to hand them out to like some other people that were on Eekmaster and shit that work in town, and they're just kind of like, I don't want that thing. I'm just kind of like, Come on, it's just
Not a real butthole.
it's not a real butthole. Touch it.
It doesn't even, it did have spokes.
It does have spokes, and they're glittered spokes.
Bicycle spokes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there was it goes. They're hilarious and they go over well every place else but Omaha, I guess. People are afraid of dicks and buttholes. I don't know. I don't get it.
It's part of it's a natural thing.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah. Well, most people.
Yeah, some people that you would think that looks like they wouldn't, but they got an apple, they got a banana.
Uh-oh. Oh man. Yeah, it was funny last Saturday because when you guys came in, I didn't see you, and I had a wad of cash in my hand for giving out change because I was left in charge. That was dumb. But your wife came up and she like choked me and she's like, "Give me all your money," and I was like, "Here."
Choke me harder. Here's an extra 20.
Like, I love my wife, but I ain't trying to die for this place, lady. Here, take it.
Give me Demon Slayer light and all your cash.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff there to see. A lot of comic book stores that I didn't understand, but it is what it is. But,
it was hard to look at a lot of that stuff, like you said, and smelling sewage and shit.
And there's a lot of people in costumes there, and I don't think those costumes get washed regularly. Maybe
there was a furry chick walking around that I was just like, man, that looks like you sleep in that thing. Nothing against furries at all. Hey, do you? But just wash your shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Nothing against furries as long as they don't smell bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, the whole place smelled bad. It wasn't part of the person. The whole fucking place smelled
bad.
Like Oakview's. It's back and forth about the place being about demolished and stuff. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it.
So, what actually is a furry?
I think it's a person that just wears it's either a wolf or a fox suit. There could be other animals like cats and stuff, but it's usually.
I've heard so many different things. Like I don't know. Can you just dress up like an animal and be a furry, or
I think
do you have to engage in?
I don't know. Maybe we should like reach out to the
sexual
fur community and actually
with other furries people.
I don't know if it's just all sexual. I mean, I'm sure a majority of it probably is, but
that's not what I meant by doggy style.
Yeah, stop it, Steve. You're my friend, not your friend. But yeah. I don't know, maybe we should reach out to somebody and like ask questions and stuff. I mean, better to ask somebody that's in the community than just to make fun of it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we make fun of everything.
We make fun of a lot.
I make fun of myself. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck.
You think it's bad here, you should hear us when we're not here.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I pee in the shower. Shit. Feels good.
So, yes, what I've been watching new... The Ones Who Live came out, The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah,
that started.
I need to finish the other shit before I even start that. I'm not about to because I know that Michonne and Daryl, or not Daryl, but Rick are a part of that show.
Gotta work together, Coral.
Yeah. Too pretty, Coral.
My son was telling me, he's like, Dad, if you haven't checked it out, watch Shogun.
I started it. I need to just sit down. Like, Kristen's not really into the samurai shit and dragons and stuff, and I was kind of like, you're crazy because pirates are terrible, and we've been watching a bunch of pirate stuff lately.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the fucking show, but it's really funny.
Was it? Oh, Black Sails was okay.
I never watched it. I'm a ninja guy. I'm not.
You know, I never saw the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
It's okay.
Is it Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
Or does it just depend on who you talk to?
I don't know.
Pirates of the Caribbeaner, little hooks.
Yeah. It's just Johnny Depp being Johnny Depp running around with dreads.
Well, there is one really awesome pirate, and it is
pirate.
It's Steve the Pirate from Dodgeball.
Yeah, and he was awesome in Firefly.
Serenity was sad.
Yeah, it was sad.
He died. Ha! Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert. We don't care.
Well, you know what? At this point, if you haven't seen that movie that's how old now?
I don't fucking know. The whole series is old as shit now. It looks god awful, but it was awesome.
It was good. I love that show.
So what do you think of last episode? I think just got posted today. Today's Thursday is usually when we do these things.
I really like your buddy, man.
Yeah, no, we'll have him on again for sure. He had a lot of fun. Had so many things we could have like talked about, deep dived a little bit more into the sexual scene of like the old people and stuff. Imagine if they had a bunch of flashlights and went ass to ass, like in that fucking movie scene where the two chicks were, yeah. So I had so many questions about like, how did it smell in there? You know?
Yeah.
I would have been the weirdo. Would have been just like harder, make pig noises. Come on.
You sure got a birdie mouth.
Yeah. You need a shave, lady. I just so much shit like start going through my brain. I was so like mentally after most of that episode, and I kind of feel that way towards the end of each episode because my brain is constantly thinking about funny, dumb shit to say, and it just doesn't come out fast enough sometimes. That like I'm almost mentally exhausted where my mouth just doesn't work. That episode, listening to him and like all the stuff I was thinking about, but letting him talk, I couldn't get it out, and I was just mentally just kind of like, I don't know what to say. Fuck, you're.
He was fun to talk to, though.
Yeah. So, but
I always love hooking up with other people that have, done like live show music and stuff.
Yeah, he's got a ton of stories and stuff, and I mean, we barely dove into some of the other stuff that he's done in the past. He kind of talked a little bit about some of the stuff, but it's the black metal group that he did was really good.
Beleth.
Yeah. It wasn't Beleth. It was some other band that he did. I only saw him play in that band, I think, once, maybe even twice.
He was in Beleth, though.
Yes, he was a singer in Beleth.
I was going to say that's whose video I posted. So
you did post it. Cool.
Yeah, I put it in a link in the description.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm terrible about looking at that stuff and everything, and like people, clients and stuff would be like, "Hey, I listened to this last episode. It's awesome, and hilarious, and got to keep going and stuff." And I'm like, well, I've had a lot of people ask where the first 10 episodes went.
So what happened with that is I use this client called Podbean, and it posts everything on like Spotify and all that for us, except fucking Apple. Still can't get that. But so then I found out that you can put video on Spotify, so I thought that's awesome. But the client that I was using would not let me upload video to Spotify, so I had to go directly to Podcaster for Spotify. And then when I went to log in, I could not get our account to come up at all. So
it's like it was just it disappeared, and then the only thing that's showing is the new episode that was 13. I think it was 13.
Yeah, 13. Yeah. Is that that's your new Apple Watch?
Yeah.
This is new too. The Samsung.
Nice.
It was on, dude. Amazon ran a sale on Samsung smartwatches. It was like 56% off.
Nice. Yeah, I scored this with almost. I think it was almost $100 off when I scored it. And it was right before all that shit we were talking about, how they had the ban and stuff because of the oscillating thing where they just took it off the watches and stuff. That
was right at we went out to eat Christmas Day, and that's when you were showing it to me. Yeah.
So, but they're selling the watches and all that shit again. I figured they'd find a loophole. I mean, it's Apple. I mean, fucking fuckers. I'm interested to check out that headset, but from what I hear, it's just not worth the $3,500 that people are dishing out for this thing.
How long's your battery last on that one?
A couple days. Yeah, it's way better than the old one I had.
I took this off the charger at 5 a.m. and I'm at 87%.
Yeah.
Still
nice. I didn't do this last night. I didn't put it up last night. I'm at 62, and I've had it off. I haven't charged it in a day and like almost 2 days. So yeah, battery life on this thing's awesome. I'm trying to think of what else. So unfortunately, there's been I had a buddy that I grew up with that I've known since the third grade that passed away.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. It's just one of those friendships that fizzled out a little bit as time went on, with age and stuff. I don't know. I had a lot of love for the dude and everything, but there's, it's one of those friendships where you kind of have to take a step back. You can't emotionally like get upset for a person for not doing the right thing, like that kind of thing. So, and I've talked to several friends, and a lot of friends felt the same way. That it was just one of those things where it's just like, dude, you only tell somebody to take care of themselves so much before you just have to go like, all right, man, like they're stubborn, they're just going to do what they're going to do, not take care of their health, or get a decent job to like support themselves to be healthy and things like that. You just have to just kind of take a step away. So he had some issues and stuff and battled with certain things, but his mom's death that he couldn't get past and just life stuff, man. But the dude was hilarious. His name was Jason Krastowski. He was my first, him and another guy named Mike. They were my first like good friends, where we always wanted to, like, on the weekends, school was out for the weekend, and we'd always want to be like, have sleepovers and just hang out and just run around and be assholes, play video games and stuff like that. Jason was one of the few guys that even through high school, didn't talk too much in junior high because we went to junior high in the same high school and all that stuff. I reconnected with him in high school a little bit more with a group of friends and stuff, and became real close, and had some other people in the group of friends that would kind of like pick on him and make fun of him and shit. And he would try to always impress those guys. Like, oh, them, they like me. And I'm like, dude, they're fucking making fun of you, man.
Yeah.
They're kind of dicks, but he chose their friendships over mine, I felt, and it is what it is. That's not a big deal to me. I've learned to like let go of it and stuff, but I always kind of like wish that he would have just kind of got his shit together and just took better care of himself was the main thing. And, yeah, he died of a massive heart attack, unfortunately.
Gosh, man.
So, it was weird to see some people I haven't seen in a very long time, and I had that weird like kind of feeling of like I've known him longer. Yeah. It wasn't like one of those things like, it's a game, some stupid like mental game or something. But it was just kind of like, God damn. I even posted in this group chat thing like, God damn, I've known him the longest out of any of my friends, and saw Josh, the guy that was on our last podcast. He was really good friends. We grew up with, he grew up hanging out with him a lot and being a couch bum, playing PlayStation, chain smoking cigarettes and all that kind of stuff. So, had a love for wrestling too, like the whole Mick Foley Raw Attitude Era. I mean, him and my buddy Colin would come over at my place and we'd play WrestleMania on the Nintendo 64 and then get ready for Raw, Monday Night Raw, and then WCW's NWO shit, so we'd switch back and forth between channels constantly. I mean, it was like the most fun memories I had with that dude.
That's cool, though, man.
Yeah, went to a lot of tons and tons of concerts, and yeah, I mean, the dude was he was a good dude. I'll miss him. I mean, I missed our friendship, over the years and stuff too. And we're just kind of like, man, I just wish he'd do better,
Yeah.
But it's just kind of, I got my own shit to take care of, so it is what it is.
It can go that way though. You can do dumb things with somebody, and you both got some growing up to do, and then you part ways or whatever, and it doesn't even have to be anything hostile. Just grow apart. In fact, one of my best friends today, we did a bunch of dumb shit, awful shit when we were kids, and then I just slowly stopped talking, and then. I thought sure as hell that guy would have ended up in prison or something, because like that's the road that we were heading down. And I got my shit together, and kids, wife, all this stuff. And about 5 years ago, I get a message on Facebook, and it was him. And we reconnected, and dude, he's got his own successful business. He's a dad, he's grandpa, he's a husband, and awesome. He's got a nice house and nice truck. We ride Harleys together,
that's awesome.
And we talk to each other just about every day now, and hang out on whenever we can on weekends and stuff.
That's right.
That was cool.
I've had a few friendships that I thought those would be my best friends for life and stuff, and everybody has fallouts with friends and things like that, and some of those people, just you grow in a different way, like the people that you work with and stuff, it gets consuming, and lifestyles change a little bit and stuff. You don't have, you have like those little things in common, but a lot of it's just kind of like, maybe friendship was best left in the past, things like that. So
I think that a lot of times though, it's just the universe trying to tell you that you probably shouldn't have been friends with that person.
Yeah, I've had several friendships over the years that I realized that like, wow, I thought that person was a good friend. They were just kind of a shithead that just was trying to elevate their, whatever weird mindful status that we think that we have to uphold to be in certain groups and who you associate with and stuff. It's just the stupid rat race thing that I even as a teenager and stuff was just kind of this fucking stupid. I was bounced around from different groups of people, from being a skateboarding kid to a jock. I did all that stuff and hung out with all different types of people and stuff. Stoners and gang members and shit. I didn't care. I hung out with anybody. So
can you count all your close friends right now on one hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably could. And the people that I know I could probably call and they would drop something to come help me out if I was in that big of a bind. Yeah.
I got like you, Brandon, Scott, Randy. That might be it.
Yeah. I know people with different social standings and stuff, and like age groups and stuff. It's I guess we're talking from experience. The older you get, that those numbers and those like close friends, it shrinks dramatically. Where you're just kind of like, fuck, man, did I ever really have friends? I've questioned that a few times. Where I'm just kind of like, god damn, like I'm a fucking loser. I'm like, I know I'm not a loser, but it's just. And I think other people also have to probably hear this, but you got to be a friend to have friends. I mean, you got to like reach out to those people. You can't just expect people to fucking reach out to you constantly.
I don't have as many friends as I used to, but the friends that I do have, I'm so much more thankful for than my old friends. It's just the friendships that I have now, they just feel more meaningful. I know it sounds really cheesy, but
sure, yeah. Yeah, and it's funny to like grow up and stuff and see which friends were around just because they needed some or wanted shit from you. I had several of those too. I'm just kind of like, yeah, dude, I'm not your fucking personal bank account, man.
Yeah,
go get a fucking job. And I'm like, I don't even have a fucking car. You got a car, dude. Like I spent.
Well, they had a car, but you had to put gas in it, Nick.
Yeah.
So. I did. I hauled a lot of my friends around, and I would take gas money, and not because I was being a dick, but I had a 65 Impala, and instead of miles per gallon, that shit got like gallons per mile.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like my friends would call me up and say, hey, will you give me a ride here? And I'll be like, I need gas money. It was, hey, let's go do something. Everybody, let's pitch in for gas so we don't have to walk.
I had a shitty like jobs growing up and didn't make shit for cash. My buddy Pat, I bought a truck off of that. He bought off of another buddy, Jesse, he's old roommate. All of us were old ex-roommates with each other too. And my first truck was like this like Ford Ranger that Jesse initially bought, and I bought it off of Pat. I barely had fucking money to pay my phone bills and shit, but I was paying him as much as I could when I could. And I know that was a little taxing on our friendship because I think he was expecting the cash a lot faster. It's just like, hey, man, I can give it to you as soon as I get it, man.
Yeah.
It was a couple grand, but that took me forever because I worked kind of part-time and was apprenticing at my, to do tattoos and stuff, and I didn't have shit for money or a life at the time. So I finally got him paid off and stuff. And he's just like, yeah, I'm never going to fucking do that. I'm never going to sell something like this and do payments with a friend. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry, but I mean, I work at fucking Godfather's Pizza, man. I don't make shit for money. I don't say I can afford some things, but I'm not loaded by any means.
Same. I got a lot of cool toys, even just looking around this room, and then but the stuff I have, I never had shit when I was younger, dude. So
yeah, no, I mean, an 18-year-old me would have been jizzing in this room, just going like, I want to play all this shit. But
imagine my 20-year-old self walking out in my garage and seeing a new Harley out there. I would have shit.
Yeah, or arcade games and shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
And we both have pretty nice vehicles.
Yeah, no, I still love my Corolla GR. Oh man. So there, I know that they posted a video last year, but they've been circulating this like video of this Toyota. You remember 2004 or 5-ish, those Toyota X Runners?
Yeah.
They're manual trucks that were just rear-wheel drive, but they're like lowered and stuff. Well, they did a new concept of one of those things. This thing looks fucking killer. I'll just show you photos of it.
Yeah.
But if we remember to post a photo, we'll post one up on a link. But it's just a concept truck. I don't know if they have any means to actually put this on the market. Wife would fucking kill me if she heard this right now. But if that truck gets put out, I might actually put up my Corolla for this fucking truck. It's sick looking.
Dude, I get it. I'm still wanting to trade in for a Tundra.
That Tundra.
That thing was...
It was killer.
It was the coolest truck, man.
I would have been kind of jealous if you actually got that fucking truck. Actually.
Like I was dead set on keeping my truck for like till the lease is over, or not lease, but like the flex payment or whatever the hell it's called, and then getting a Raptor. Like I wanted a new Raptor.
Yeah.
But now, I think I'm gonna end up getting that Tundra.
Tundra was fucking sick.
Yeah.
And just think, by the time you have like can afford to do it and shit, there might be a better one on the market.
It was everything about it was cool, from the color, that bronze color, to like the LED lights in the front end of it, and the
gun
it
case
just
in
looked,
the fucking center console. What?
yeah, and it just
it was
looked
sick.
pissed off.
Yep.
Like the front end of it,
Yep.
just like it's gonna beat the shit out of you.
But that Toyota X Runner, it's a twin turbo V6. I'm not sure if it was all-wheel drive or if it was just rear wheel. I'm assuming it's probably just rear wheel.
I wonder how many horse.
425 horses or something like that.
Is that the F-150? I think it's 395.
Yeah,
but
so
it's
this
got a
thing's-
twin turbo V6.
Yeah,
too.
this thing was 420 something.
That's fast. That's quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was for torque, and but even with my car, there's a lot of companies that are developing like race tunes and stuff for these things.
Your car's fast though.
I can just do a downpipe and a tune and have that thing close to 400 horses. So
But it doesn't weigh anything.
no,
you
and
know.
it's a 3-cylinder, so
Yeah.
it's kind of stupid. But it's not a drag car. I've had a few people like try to fuck with me. I raced up and down Dodge Street before it got cold for the winter and shit. A fucking red eye was fucking with me. I'm like, dude, the thing's like 900 horsepower monster. Like I might keep up. I kind of did a little bit, but that thing would have fucking ate me alive.
When people rev up at a light to me, I'll rev back like I'm just gonna lay into it, and then I'll just let them take off.
Yeah. I haven't really. I have people in regular dumbass cars, that Chevy Cruises try to fuck with me in my car. I'm just like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not gonna race you.
It's different now though, because back before when I was younger, I would race, with the Impala and stuff, and it was pretty fast.
Well, living in Council Bluffs, everybody's race crazy over there.
Yeah, but also like the car was paid for, it was mine, I could work on it, and now I'm like, if I break something on my truck, warranty's not going to cover it if they look at the ECM and they're like, oh, this thing was redlined and fucking.
And that's another reason why I haven't gone down the rabbit hole and started buying aftermarket parts and doing a tune and shit, because I need that warranty to last. I can't, it's my only car now since I don't have another project car, something I can just toy around with and not care if it broke down at the track. So I got to worry about all that shit. So I don't want to avoid the warranty just yet. So
as I get older, I notice myself thinking about things like my dad would have bitched about, like when I see a light, and now if it turns red, instead of flying up on the light and then stopping, I'm like, well, might as well save some gas mileage, let off the gas here, save on the brake pads so I don't have to stop as fast, Like I'm thinking about wear and tear on stuff, and I never thought about that shit when I was a kid. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about it now, even with this car and stuff, because everything is race heavy in this car. The brakes, everything about it. The clutch, from what I'm reading about these cars, are trash. But if it goes out, then I'll put a race clutch in it.
It's cool.
A better one.
It's a cool ass car.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I really want that Tundra though.
Yeah, the Tundra was sick.
Yeah, I was gonna get a new CVO, trade my bike in, and get the CVO Road Glide, and then I thought, you know what, I like my bike well enough that
the truck would be cooler.
Yeah, I'd probably just keep my bike and trade the truck in for a Tundra. Like, but I don't know. I'm real happy with my truck too. Like it's fun.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice truck.
I like the monitor.
So, and also, I know nobody else knows about this and stuff, but Natalie drives this like lime green Mountain Dew not 4Runner. Is it a 4Runner?
Yeah, if she's listening to this right now, she's saying, it's called Lime Rush, dick.
Yeah. So it's a Lime Rush 4Runner. I love it. I think the thing
it's really cool. It's a TRD
cool.
Pro 4Runner.
Yeah, it's a Turd Pro.
Yeah.
I can say that because I drive a fucking Toyota. So Vance is constantly sending these fucking videos.
You with a water?
Yeah, you got a little water.
TRD Pro.
So like any of these trail riding mountain, like rock crawling guys and their forerunners and stuff have these like ladder systems and stuff on the back of the car to like get up on the top and like for a tent or to get to something on the top of the car. And all these videos are fucking with people about how they got the ladders and shit. Oh, you're gonna TRD Pro with your little ladder. He sent me one the other day that was a fucking bug that had one on it. It was the same guy calling, "You little ladder, the TRD Pro." I'm like, it's a Volkswagen, but
dude, you should get her one of those little magnetic ones that they have now. It's called Whittle Ladder. You can get it on Amazon.
I should put one on my car. the back of the window or something.
It's my TRD Pro.
Yeah, my little ladder, my Giacomoa.
She may burn your car to the ground.
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
And she gets really mad because like her brother will he'll call it a Kia.
Oh, yeah, he was messaging me the other day and was like, "Oh, our fucking shitbox Kia. I'll trade that thing in." Or he said something and it was cracking me the fuck up because it was none of that shit.
Yeah, I remember when you came over and you're like, "Hey, Natalie, can you move your Sportage out of the driveway? I kind of want to park there." And she's like, "Yeah, wait a minute."
Yeah, she gave me that look. I'm just like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" But because you're in the background fucking smirking, and she's just like, "Vance, you motherfucker." She didn't say it, but she was thinking it.
Yeah, we've made fun of her since she got, and it's an awesome car. It is, but we call it the G Drip, and because of the green, and the Turd Pro. The
Turd Pro. My wife says Turd Pro. It's funny. And she didn't even know that Natalie for a long time had that car. I think I might have sent a picture to her once. I was just like, "Oh, look, this thing's awesome. They just got it." And she's like, "What the fuck is with that color?" And I was just kind of like, "I like it. I like loud obnoxious."
If I'm being honest, dude, that color is probably my favorite thing on that car.
It's sick. That whole thing's that car's sick. That thing should, honestly, if she keeps it forever, it's gonna last for fucking ever.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
But Toyota just makes a runner, man. They just always have.
Yeah.
There's old 92 Tercels on the road today still running
I had an 84 4Runner.
That
was manual. It was the first gen. Like, it was the first one. And that thing is still driving to this day. I think whoever bought it off the guy that I sold it to lifted it and is still driving it to this day. So, what was it a Sequoia that we saw? I know we talked about this
Sequoia.
on the podcast.
It was
before,
cool. That Sequoia was awesome.
Yeah, that thing was balls too.
Yeah.
The numbers and stuff that it's putting out for horsepower and torque was fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's more than your truck and my car combined.
And the interior was crazy nice.
Yeah. Wide as shit. The thing was a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to test drive one of those.
That would be fun to check out too. I just, I know they're heavy. I would want to see if it had some get up and go.
The lady at that shop or that dealership, she knew my type because she knew if she could get me to drive that TRD Pro or that Tundra, I was probably going to buy it.
Honestly, surprised that they didn't pull it out and let us test drive it, honestly.
They tried getting me to. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, they were trying to. And I was just like, I'm like, come on, let's go take it for a drive.
No, I couldn't because I know me, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I would have been like, hey, let me see if my gun fits in this safe. I would have been like, yeah. But, yeah, that was a sick car.
It was a fun trip, too.
Yeah, it was a cool trip. And we're kicking ourselves in the ass for not, like, taking the mics down and just having a podcast road trip.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, because I've got an inverter built into the truck so we'd have power.
No shit.
I could hook microphones up and cameras, and I don't know how safe it would be, but
so we're doing a trip next month together.
Yeah.
You want to like take some of the stuff with us and do one on the road, or we just want to make it just a fun get the fuck out of the town weekend?
We could. I could figure something out for sound because I don't want to take like
if we did it, we
condenser mics and all that stuff, but we could just use our phones to record some stuff and put some content out that way.
Because I'll probably announce it. I haven't really like asked them and stuff, but we're gonna go probably visit. So I apprenticed under Chris Blinston. He was one of the Ink Master guys that was on episode, I think season 4 or something like that. He invited me down for either a guest spot or just to come hang out. And,
I talked to that guy. He said you were an asshole.
Yeah,
Joking.
That guy's an asshole too. Everybody thinks he's an asshole. He's actually he's a nice guy. But I haven't asked him yet, but I'm sure he'd be down to do the podcast and stuff, and probably talk about his experiences on the TV show and stuff.
That'd be awesome.
So I know I'm putting it out there to the public and stuff that we've got some people we're thinking about and stuff, but he might be one of them. So fingers crossed we can take some of these mics down and actually get him to spend some time to just talk about his experience on that TV show and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I know there's a lot of people in town that got tattooed or just fans of him, so it'd be kind of fun to pick his brain about the show. I don't know if he signed an NDA and can't even talk about his experience on there yet. I mean, it's been several years. I think he probably is safe to, but I'll have to ask him.
Well, this one time when I was on this show called Blink Blaster.
Yeah, I almost fought a guy. Yeah, no. Well, I'll reach out to him and stuff before we get down the trip and stuff. I mean, I already told him the dates we're going to be down there, and he was just like, yeah, let me know if you want to work or something. I think Kirsten instantly was like, fuck no, like we're going down to we're going to go to Disney or something, like no work, because I can't not think about work. I'm a workaholic, so. That's not so much I'm money hungry. It's not really about that, but
I'll probably take my laptop and get some work done while I'm down there too.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I'm excited to just go have fun, relax, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of travel coming up, and it's not all for fun. She's doing a bunch of conventions and stuff. So.
Yeah, so Mystic Owl Creations is going to Kansas City, and then where else are you guys going with that?
Columbus, Columbus, Ohio. We're doing. I don't know the dates, but
And these are all like, are they anime conventions or are they actual just like
a little of
Comic-Cons?
Comic-Con anime kind of stuff?
Okay.
She makes these lights. My wife does, and they're made out of PVC pipe, but some of them are flattened, so and carved out with lights behind them, so they make like wall hang lights, and some of them are just like in a tube on a light stand that she carves out, and they're just like the one that's at your shop.
Yeah, I took that home. It's not in the shop now, but she made me a Demon Slayer.
She was really happy awesome when she made that.
Yeah, that was cool.
She loves doing it, and it's. She sold a ton of them, so people love them. So check them out on Etsy, Mystic Owl Creations. Jesus Christ, Dad!
Did you see that South Park is putting out a new game?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Yep.
Did you play the Fractured Butthole?
I did not play that one, but I played the first one, the Stick of Truth.
Yeah, that was fun.
I didn't beat that.
Remember the 64 one? Those fucking turkeys.
Yeah. Yeah, you threw the piss ice balls and stuff. Yeah, the snowballs. I haven't really been playing anything new besides more bullshit Call of Duty.
I got back into World of Warcraft.
I know the spring Steam's having their spring sale coming up soon, so I'll probably end up buying some shit for my computer on that. I'd love to upgrade my computer. I just can't afford to at the moment.
I bought Helldivers too.
What do you think?
I am pissed off because I installed it. I went to play it, and I was in the tutorial, and there's a glitch where I couldn't get out of the tutorial. Like is
it still happening?
I don't know. I just tried it the once and I quit.
Okay. I gotcha.
But I would love to figure it out because I love Starship Troopers.
Star Troopers.
Remember that episode where Vinny had a stroke?
Yeah. Damn meth pills.
But it's the you could tell like the humor and everything is pulled right off of Starship Troopers. Like
I heard it's pretty heavily influenced. It's like if Mandalorian, the look of Mandalorian and Starship Troopers had a baby, basically. Yeah. I guess they just dropped mechs in the game now. You can. I've been reading up on the game. I haven't played it yet. My brother and his buddy, CJ and a few other people, have been playing the shit out of it lately. They play that more than finals now.
Apparently, kids call like a loadout. If you have like the most optimal loadout, it's called your metal loadout. And they're trying to do something on that game to stop people from kicking other people because they don't have the right loadout. Like, if you don't have the perfect loadout that people think you should have chosen on that game, they'll kick you right out of their team. And it's shitty. So the only way I'll play that is like if you start playing it and a couple other friends play it and I could play with them and I'd never have to party up with randos because
11-year-olds that just think that they're God's, God's gift. Yeah, that's any community though. That's every fucking game.
I thought the WoW community was toxic until I tried playing Call of Duty. Man.
No, it's the worst. I think besides what the fuck is the Fortnite? Besides Fortnite, Call of Duty is like the most toxic fucking community. It's fucking bad. There's some really good guys on there. There's some. I'm still playing the shit out of the zombie stuff because they're slowly adding more content to it and stuff. And there's a lot of guys on there that'll like pop in and like really help you out. It's like if you need some help, they're just like, yeah, I got time for that. Fuck it. I mean, it's just giving you more experience points to like unlock the shit through the seasons and stuff. But there are some really cool people out there willing to help. Especially in the zombies mode. I don't know, there's a lot of people that still play like team deathmatch and all that stuff, and that's the most toxic fucking part of that game. So
I was playing Warzone, and
it's kind of toxic too.
I don't know anything about it. Had no idea what I was doing other than the basic commands of a shooter game. And I ended up in this party with these two, I want to say kids, probably like 20, but they were from Mexico.
Oh, and they helped you out and everything, right?
They were the coolest dudes. Like, you know, they were like, these guys I'd be friends with, like, if I played that game more.
Yeah, that's cool. Usually when I run across people that really help me out and stuff, I usually try to friend them.
Yeah.
I usually try to send them a friend request or something. But yeah, brother's been playing that game and said it was really good. I got so much shit I need to get through. Like, as soon as I'm done with the season on Call of Duty, told myself, I gotta finish up Ghost of Tsushima, like finally finish that, and then Far Cry 6 is after that.
Far Cry 6, if it lets us cross-platform, well, I got it on PC. You're probably gonna play it on
PS5.
PS5.
I found a used copy for like $20 or something.
I don't know if you can cross-platform on that or not, but if you can, we could party up, man.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
I love that game.
Yeah, I'm interested in checking that one out and getting through that one. Besides that, I haven't really checked anything else out. I know they announced again that Skate 4 is going to be a free-to-play game that's coming out soon. They didn't give an exact date when it's coming out. It looks like it could be fun. Kind of look like shit, though. I'm not going to lie. I know it's probably like beta pre-testing like graphics and stuff. I know it's going to, they had to probably sacrifice a little bit for, you know, gameplay and like the amount of people that are probably going to play it because it's going to be a free-to-play game. But Session still looks better in my opinion.
Hellskate is going to be like really fun, but it doesn't look great either.
Yeah. I mean,
aesthetically, it's not.
Yeah.
But you know, it's I'm gonna get it just to try it. But I've got like you said, I got such a backlog of, and not just games, shows that I need to watch, movies that I need to watch, and it's like it's crazy.
Yeah. I was gonna get to that too when I asked like what you're watching and stuff. So we've been binging Skinwalker Ranch.
I started watching that.
Okay, so the to everybody, like it's kind of a paranormal type show. It's not really paranormal though. It is and it isn't. I'll explain a little bit of some of what's going on with the story and everything, but for yourself, and you don't need to watch it from the very beginning. On Netflix has only the second season up on Netflix right now. Why they chose just the second season is fucking weird.
They used to have the first season on there though, because that's what I watched.
Okay, so I didn't know that they had the first season.
That was probably a year or two ago though.
Yeah, so this show started in 2019, right before the pandemic. It's about a ranch that has always been called Skinwalker Ranch for over a century. It's in northern Utah, and there's a lot of
weird
shit
out there.
Yeah, weird shit that's going on.
Yeah,
with this ranch, it dates back all the way back to, I can't remember the name of the tribe, so don't like shoot me for not knowing. I just didn't pay attention to what tribe it was. But basically, this Indian tribe was enslaved by other tribes around the community that was out there and stuff. Well, they one of the tribes basically could have put a curse on the land, and weird shit has happened ever since then. Settlers and people that actually settled in like had some of the ranch that was acquired that became basically a cattle ranch over this decades. The last people that owned the land in the 90s and stuff sold it off because they got so sick and tired and so stressed out of being fucked with by, all the weird spooky shit that's been happening. There's been reports for decades of cattle mutilations to seeing, lights and all the crazy shit from any kind of like movie, TV show that has been talked about with alien stuff to lights.
One dude got put in the hospital that was there.
Yeah. So on one of the new guy that that acquired it there before the family of ranchers that sold it, a billionaire bought it, and there was a government contract and everything where they went in and like investigated and did all this like lab stuff with the technology at the time, which isn't what it is today, that we can just get, any of us can kind of almost get our hands on a lot of this shit to like do experiments. Basically the government like locked up all the data that they acquired and stuff, and like it's under lock. They won't release any of the information to anybody that would want to inquire about it. Like even like the mayor and all those people that wanted to find out the stuff from the past, like they can't get into it. So the new guy that went there, that owns it now, is like some kind of real estate mogul that owns several companies and stuff, acquired it, and he's throwing a ton of resources and money. He got a guy that has like a doctorate, like a PhD, and a whole bunch of stuff that used to work for NASA. And
yeah, he put a team together.
Yeah, he's put a lot of people, and it's intelligent thinking too. It's not just kind of like, hey, we should just try throwing a microwave from a helicopter 20 feet from the air. It's really intelligent thinking and stuff. So the show is really cool, and they've caught some shit on TV and stuff, and it's not even at night. It's during the day too. They're catching shit in the sky and stuff. It's kind of crazy.
There was one night that they did night vision though out there in the first season, and there was, I can't remember, but it was some creepy shit, man.
Yeah, they've been showing. They put these lasers and stuff, and there would be nothing there, but the laser would
break,
warp and break and around certain things that weren't there.
My fat ass wouldn't want to be there by myself.
I'd go up there. I fuck it.
I'd go there with friends.
Yeah,
and
by myself, that'd be scary. Yeah, it'd be kind of fucking creepy. But I'd go up there with a group of people and try to see if I can catch something if they would allow it. I don't think
they don't let you get close to that place.
Yeah. So, I would highly suggest it. It's on Apple TV. I think you get a week free of because it's a History Channel original, like on the History Channel. We got a free week of attaching the History Channel stuff to Apple, and we've been just binging the shit out of it because I don't think we're going to use it for anything else. So I'll probably just get rid of the stuff that's attached to Apple. But they've been doing a lot of stuff and like really thoughtful thinking on trying to figure out stuff and how they're trying to get all this data and stuff, and it's showing that they're like inside, like in these helicopters 5,000 feet in the air, and it's showing that they're like flying into the ground, and they're like, no, we didn't. We're 5,000 feet in the air.
Yeah, the instrumentation's all whacked.
It's fucked up.
There's these big like caves in there that have all this crazy like electric energy in them and stuff, like that made somebody sick.
Yeah, well, yeah, the PhD guy, the doctor that's there doing most of the stuff, he's from Alabama. Really intelligent guy and stuff. He opened up a well and got fucking radiation.
Yeah.
Poisoning.
It's like a big sore on his head or something.
Yeah,
right?
And then he had something removed from a finger that developed after he just opened that thing up. They go back there to test it for radiation. It's like there's no radiation anywhere. It's like, why the fuck did he get it for that split second and then never again? Ranch is fucking crazy. There's a lot going on with this TV show, and every episode's something different. So I highly recommend it. I'm like super into it. So
I like paranormal stuff though.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got my own weird hypothesis of what I think might have happened there, but I mean, it's just weird thinking about like the possibility of something, in the ground, which they think something's in the ground, and that's causing the shit. So, but yeah, I don't know. I've been talking about a lot of that shit the last few days because we've been watching this shit out of it the last few days, trying to get through those episodes. So I think it's up to season 4 right now.
Cool.
So.
It's on Netflix, so too, right?
Just the second season.
Not the third or fourth. Shitty.
Yeah. So maybe Netflix will bring it back if it gets enough views. I think they do a weird job of like grabbing random shows to see if it does well. And if it does well, I think they might grab the rest of them to bring over. But Netflix's algorithm and what they think to like get on sales through some of these companies, like, and they've been getting stuff from HBO and stuff too, like Ballers and a bunch of other TV shows are on there. So it's like really weird how Netflix is cycling in TV shows and movies and stuff.
Speaking of HBO shows, did you ever watch the one called Carnival?
I watched some of it.
It's pretty good.
I don't remember. I think I got to a certain season and just lost interest.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I think there was only 2 seasons or 3.
I don't remember. I got to a certain point in the show and it started getting.
There was 2. I could be
got
wrong.
a little weird. Well, I know
yeah, the weird was what I liked about it.
Did they cancel it or something?
Yeah.
What was the reason? Do you remember what the reason
I
was?
think they came to an end, but no, I don't know if it was rating based cancellation or what. But
Yeah.
I tend to like a lot of stuff nobody else does.
I hear you. That's weird. I've been talking about jiu-jitsu and stuff. I just had my coach message me and asked me how my back was doing. I think he wants me to come back real bad because I was really close to strapping up my white belt. Pretty close. So, but good coach. So
Good guy, huh?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. No, I hate taking this time off, but with work and everything, my back just needs to recover. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, do you see a chiropractor?
Yeah, I saw. Like I said, I've seen my chiropractor. I saw him on Monday and then yesterday.
Does that help?
It the second time did. I was that messed up where he's just like, even after this last appointment, he's like, you could probably come back in this week. I'm like, how about Monday? I want to make sure this shit sticks, and I'm already starting to feel stiff again. Where I'm like, yeah, maybe I need to go back again.
In all the wrong places.
Yeah, not in a good way.
So we're at that time. This is a fun one. I like anytime we can talk about supernatural stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, because you have a history with the podcasts that you did in the past about, and it was it paranormal with.
It was a paranormal
stuff?
comedy podcast,
Yeah.
but we did everything from true crime to paranormal stuff. Like, we made fun of a lot of stuff, you know.
I know we've brought it up in a couple podcasts and stuff about some haunted places and stuff, and one of the places being demolished within this next year. I can't remember the name of the place. The name of the place at the moment. It was Honky Tonk Bar and Club.
Bushwhackers?
It's like that. It's
Guitars and Cadillacs?
not here in town. It's
I don't
it's
know.
in Kentucky. It was a famous place that the guys, Zach and those guys went to a lot.
Good old Baggins.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll find out exactly what that is. If any, I'm sure people are kind of like, whatever. I'll list whatever. But it's been featured on a bunch of TV shows, and they think there's a portal to basically to hell in the basement of this place. And there's
Wow.
And I don't I want to say it's like not Ricky Bobby.
Shake and bake.
Yeah, shake and bake. We're gonna bulldoze this place, motherfuckers. It's I'll find out exactly what the place is called. I know I talked about it in one of the podcasts, and I'm kicking myself in the ass for not remembering it right now because Bobby Mackey's.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. Anyways, I guess he's done with it. He's sick and tired of dealing with the place or something, or maybe there's plans to make another spot. I mean, maybe he's just sick and tired of dealing with the shit or running into financial stuff, or I think the pandemic didn't help anybody when it came to venues and stuff. So
if anybody knows anybody that does like the ghost hunting paranormal stuff, and they don't have to be famous on a 10 million subscriber YouTube channel, just somebody that could, I guess, talk about it, you know, and with some good information, would love to get them on.
Yeah. I know there's we do have a paranormal museum here in town.
Yeah.
I went and checked it out once. What the fuck is that place called? The Haunted Museum.
Well, we're also pretty close to Villisca Axe House, and it's within an hour and 20 minutes from here or something.
Something like that.
And then there's supposed to be a haunted, like, what was it a mental facility or something, or nursing home in like Malvern, Iowa, or somewhere like that.
Let's compile a list then. We'll compile a list and talk about some of these places and see if we can. I don't know. I'd be down to even come check out some of these places and go on a little adventure and then talk about if we found anything. I mean, I'm down to do all that kind of shit. I mean, I love that stuff. I read books and stuff growing up about all of that shit. So yeah, I kind of nerd out about that stuff. I'd love to go stay. My buddy Colin goes and stays up at the Stanley Hotel all the time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That was in The Shining. That was called the Overlook, right? Or was it the Stanley?
I think they called it
the
Stanley.
Overlook.
I think they still call it the Stanley Hotel.
What's the Overlook? What am I thinking of?
Fucking no clue. I'll have to let's do a deep dive in some of that stuff, and we can do a couple episodes about some of that shit too. So
here's Johnny.
Yeah,
that was great. But
I like the sequel to it too.
I didn't see it.
I think was it
The Shining 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah. Lubaloo. Or no. Anyways, it's, I want to say it's Conor McGregor, but it's not McGregor. It's the guy that was in Trainspotting, Ewan McGregor.
Okay.
The name sounds so familiar, like close to like Conor McGregor, and it's Ewan McGregor. He's actually married to the chick that was Ramona in Scott Pilgrim Saves the World.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's married to that chick, and they just did some Star Wars stuff recently together.
Cool.
So yeah, but was it Dr. Sleep? That was the sequel to The Shining.
Shit, I don't know.
I think that's what it was. Dr. Sleep. He did the movie was great. I was actually really impressed and surprised that
I'll have to check
how good
that
it was,
out.
because he's the kid that was walking around going red rum.
Danny.
Yeah.
Come and play with us,
Yeah.
Danny.
It was pretty cool. And actually go back to the Stanley Hotel and all this crazy shit happens.
Was it room 237?
137 or something like that.
You got no business going to room 237. I thought it was. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, I like the sequel. A lot of people didn't care for
that.
That
Was Lou Gossett Jr., right? The dude that played Chappie on Iron Eagle. Well, whoever it was, I just made him sound like Chef from Stay out of room 237, children.
Remember to wash your balls.
Anyway, everybody, awesome episode. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I hope you did too. Thank you for checking us out again.
Yeah.
And hopefully this video sticks. And
hopefully don't have any more issues, because the last episode's just going to be audio, unfortunately, because my video on the camera on me and Josh fucked up within 4 minutes. So.
You guys are missing out because Josh is he's a handsome son of a gun.
Yep. He's a bald-headed little cutie. So, yeah, we'll have him back on for sure.
All we want to know, Josh, is, hey, boy.
What that peepee do?
Anyway, I'm Vinny.
I'm Nick.
And you're listening to the Powered Up Podcast.
Yeah, touch yourself.